Flash off. Notification volume 0%.
Good afternoon. I am Blind Prime, and you're watching Blindformers. And for today, I have for you a retool of a previous mold. This is Earthrise Trailbreaker, the retool of Hoist. Now, there's not much different in him, but he is different enough that I wanted to talk about him. And before I really begin, I'm going to state my bias. I like him more. He feels better. He's cooler. And something about having a wrecking truck, but this dude is he's just a truck. And it's really neat. So he comes with this cool little weapon accessory that's basically a retool of the Hoist one, except it's some sort of little laser gun instead of the big bazooka thing that Hoist gets that acts as a tailpipe. And yeah, we're not really going to talk about the size because, well, we've talked about the size. Feel free to watch that video to discuss the size, but I will show you a comparison with Bumblebee here. And Bumblebee is, of course, standing just a little bit below on Trailbreaker here. Now, yeah, Trailbreaker is a much cooler guy, and honestly, I think it's partly to do with these cool weapons he gets. Like, aside from the weird gun thing, he actually gets this weird little laser gun that folds over his right shoulder, and then he's got this little missile pod that folds over his left shoulder, and it's really neat. I'd say I was surprised by that. That is a clever little move, and I really enjoy it and wish they had done this with more figures, because having these little weapons that just fold out, that's just too cool for school right there. Alright, this transformation isn't actually much different, except for this back bit right here. And, there's another feature about him that I failed to notice or mention, is that his little backpack here actually pops off, and it's the cab for a truck. So you can actually just put it on his little arm, and he'll hold it if he can hold it. Come on. Oh, yeah, there you go. There you go. Yeah, there. It's a shield. You can set it off to the side like that. Guard himself with it. I mean, his movements are kind of terrible. I should have put it somewhere else other than the hand, but that's what it is. So you don't have to remove it for the transformation, but I wanted to remove it to explain the transformation easier to you. So first off, so these things don't get broken, you want to fold each of them backwards into the area that was that the little cab thing was hiding, and then pop up the backpack. Loosen it from the back of the joints like that. This is the part which is a little clunky because his head there's a little bit less clearance. So when you have the backpack folded up, raise it at a 45-degree angle from his shoulders, and fold the head back in that big opening that's created when you do that. And then the head will snap into place like it did for Hoist. And most of this is Hoist related. Let's get to the transformation in a fast way this time. You already know a lot of what I'm going to talk about here. So there's a few slight differences, like the backpack is on a better double hinge, so it folds all the way up nice and neat. The arms do have a change to them, but that's a change on a prior thing. Don't forget to fold the front of the truck all the way out like you did with Hoist. Now we're going to get to the arms. Alright, so where in Hoist you could hide the gun by making it connect to the back area. With this guy, that's not possible. So what you want to do with this guy is make sure that your arms are folded where the little rectangular tab is sticking out and the siege port bit is sticking on the inside. You want to do that with both arms. So raise the sides, fold that in, and we're going to put that arm over there like so, fold that arm like that. Alright, we're going to raise one arm up and out though. Remember that gun? we're going to put the gun on the wrist, and that little midway up the little wrist area siege port. So we're just going to plug it in right there. Come on, don't fight me. Don't you fight me on this. Okay, once that's complete, you just lower everything, fold it carefully. Now that it's, when you're folding it, make sure that you fold it so that the point of the weapon sticks out the front. It's going to make a little low-down weapon. That's the only weapon storage I've been able to figure out for this guy because of the way the mold works. His typical way to do it is not the way to do it anymore. Remember to fold the legs over on themselves. You don't really need to do much there except ensure that the correct knee joint bends. Remember, you don't want the wrong knee joint bending. That's going to give you problems. So remember, you want the lower knee joint bending so the weird kneecap thing stays in its place. And then you got everything kind of set up. Set it on the ground to have a nice stable platform. Lower the sides of the truck down, and then lower the tail area of the truck, the bed, into place, and then use reasoning and common sense and fold everything properly to how it feels, making sure that you have gotten all of the tabs tabbed in, and especially around the arms. There's 2 vertical tabs, and once all is done, right. Yep. You'll have this little vehicle that has a bit sticking out the front, like a little ramming part. Now, this is a part that's interesting. At this point, you can raise both of the weaponry back up and plug the hatch onto the back, the little camper bit, into the back of the truck. And sometimes it wants to connect and sometimes it doesn't. There it goes. Now, if you raise it up like that, you get him in some sort of battle mode. Like he's got the gun right between the wheels right there. He's got these guns and these missiles just sticking out on top of the truck. Like, this is one BF. BMF. All right, let's see. So for lengthwise, it isn't much different. 11, 12, 13 studs long by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 studs wide. Typical Earthrise and Siege dimensions. Let's compare him here with Cliff Jumper. And Cliff Jumper is just a little shorter than him. Now, to finish this review up, we just raise the camper bed and then rotate both of the little gun and the little rockets down in there and then fold it in. Now, this is the part where once you do this, it's really difficult to undo it. You can snap the camper bit into place just like that. But once you've done that, you basically have to untransform him in order to get that bit open to put him back into some sort of war mode. Anyway, as figures go, this dude is so much more enjoyable than Hoist. It's amazing what just a little bit of retooling can do, at least in my opinion. He feels better. This guy I have more fun with. I don't know. Maybe it's the entire truck canopy bit. I like him. I like him a lot. So in the feels department and what I feel about the figure, I'm going to give this one an 8 out of 10. There's just something about him. I like him. Now, transformation is the same as Hoist. I think I gave Hoist like a 5 out of 10 or a 6 out of 10. That's about the same here, though I'll give him a 0.5 raise because of the remolding and the added complexity of this camper bit with the weapons that can fold out, which is super cool. And as availability goes, you can purchase Trailbreaker right now on stores online like Amazon and Big Bad Toy Store, and I highly recommend getting yourself a hold of it. It is actually a little easier to get a hold of than the Hoist in some regards. Depends on where you live. And but this guy's totally worth it. Especially if you want another mold from Hoist, which I didn't mind having two, and a cool truck. He'll pair well with Cup. You know, he'll be the pick to Cup. All right. Well, guys, until the next video, I have been Blind Prime, and you've been watching Blindformers, and I appreciate you for logging in and checking me out. Give me a thumbs up, doodle. Subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment with any suggestions that you may have about products or my channel in the future. I do appreciate viewer feedback. Well, until next time, bye-bye.